Now, anyone who has followed me on Twitter for any length of time will know that I have a fondness for the library of the Nintendo Entertainment System and enjoy on a weekly basis delving in and sharing little gems I uncover. I did so today with one little gem, a flight sim from MicroProse. They have so many amazing flight sims for the NES, but I also wanted to showcase it here on QuickBytes because I feel it deserves a bit more attention. So, strap in and let's take off. I would imagine that the question running through the minds of those in charge of porting F-15 Strike Eagle to the NES would be, how the hell do you port something like this to this? A console with only 4 fire buttons and no keyboard, and do so without turning it into a button bashing smup, an Afterburner clone. Well, you strike a balance and apply a little of the MicroProse flight simulator magic. Doing so wasn't entirely without precedence, even as the NES version took shape. Atari were working with MicroProse to bring F-15 Strike Eagle to the arcades, but that's for another day. Right now, we are taking a look at this NES version. Right, you may have noticed there was a 1 or 2 player option. Because one of the cool things that F-15 Strike Eagle for NES does is give you the option to split the game between 2 players. One of you can be the pilot, and the other one can be the weapons and countermeasures officer. Which, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, these are difficulties that are familiar to anyone who's played MicroProse games. Will have seen the cute way they present both difficulty levels and the theatres. Yeah, I played a lot of F-15 Strike Eagle too. Some of these are same theatres, and you've got the same kind of presentation here of primary and secondary targets of opportunity. And this is one of the things that makes F-15 Strike Eagle stand out on NES, because there are games like Flight of the Intruder, Top Gun Second Mission, more than you might think, but they're all very much linear Afterburner style games. There are like other attempts, as a Chuck Yeager game which tries to be more of a simulation, but it's not good. This is actually solid. Well, here we go, take off. So you can see these lovely cinematics. And first impressions, you might think, well, this is going to be just the same as the other games on NES. There's a little bit of that, a little bit of the Afterburner about it. Well, more G-Lock, I should say. But, just like any other full MicroProse simulator, you are allowed to free roam about a map, which you can see in the bottom left. A map of our theatre of operations in Libya. And we can see the first primary target there glowing. So yeah, in that regard, NES Strike Eagle does a wonderful job of striking a balance between arcade action and simulation, giving you just enough that you can also change. You won't see me doing so in this mission, but you can actually change missile type. You can also change countermeasure type depending on the missile that's coming towards you. That adds a bit of tactical depth to it, simulation feel. It helps for the NES version that every theatre of war is desert, so you will see like yellow background and blue sky for most of them. I think that the playing graphics are quite really well detailed. It reminds me of Wing Commander, how there were 2D objects that changed shape, almost like they were mixed together to give the impression of a 3D model. I can see how this will be fun in 2-player. There is enough action, independent action, to keep 2 players very busy. One flying another, other one operating the weapon systems and firing off flares and chaff. One thing you don't have to worry about really is hitting the ground. You are very high up most of the time. We are nearing our next target of opportunity. Take that factory. I do quite like the speech is surprisingly clear. I'm used to hearing like scratchy Mega Drive speech. Here we are heading home now. Our targets taken out. While we fly there, I'll show some pages of the manual, which is a lovely thing in itself. It's so full of characters. You can see all these little cartoons and give you a little overview. It's wonderful. Walks you through every system of the game. Yeah, then the mechanical carrier, dodging one last volley of missiles. Bandits hot on our tail. Whoops, we overshot. Take that though. How dare you follow me back home? Oh, don't rake the carrier with cannon fire, please. 'Tis rude. Aha, splashed. Yeah, I'm really impressed. It doesn't move as fast as some of the other more arcadey games on NES. But in terms of striking a solid balance between arcade action and simulation, it's decent. It's very, very decent. And I love all these little Wing Commander style cinematic sections here.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, overview of our mission. Rundown of our score. Thank you. First Lieutenant. Yeah, so this is another thing that made you come back to MicroProse games, is the whole running mission. Well, it's almost like a grind, basically. A missions grind, but yeah. It nails it so well. And I'm really impressed, and I'm really glad to share this. So yeah, I heartily recommend, if you enjoy flight sims, go out on NES, pick this up, give it a play. We locked off from, I think chances are you need like a certain rank. So yeah, you just keep running missions, as anyone who's been familiar with MicroProse flight sims and knows. There's usually like no campaign, like overall campaign story. There's just like a thin narrative sometimes, thinking grinding missions. Away we go for another one.
Strike Eagle cleared for takeoff.
It nails presentation so well. Splashing bandits right from the start. That's a little bit jarring, the shift from sea to desert. But yeah, thank you for watching. We're coming to the end of our video. So yes, I'm really glad to give this a little bit of a spotlight, because it stands out amid all the Afterburner-ish clones. So thank you for watching. Until the next QuickBytes, is Coffee Hand Retro Sharka signing off.